Oh, come on. I prematurely did a head bob there because I hit the button and it didn't go right away.
I was like, oh, that sucks,
Oh,
man.
yeah, arthritis sucks, and so do cousins that hold a grudge for 40 years.
Yeah, that
All I got to say.
arthritis sucks, especially when it's cold out and the bones get
When
brittle.
it rains, when it's cold out, when the earth shifts.
When you fart,
Right.
Yeah, seriously.
When
roll
you do
over.
anything.
Hey
Roll
JD,
over.
I
God
wish you
forbid, the
could.
only time arthritis feels good is when she's riding me.
JB, I wish you could show that clip I showed you backstage to BA. I think
Oh
BA
no,
would get a kick
no,
out
he
of it.
get it, the guy that picked up the Walmart intercom and put it up to his butt and then farted.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
the caption said, what did it say when the Browns selected Shador
No,
Sanders?
what teams called and told Shador Sanders in the first round?
Right.
Well,
Yeah, I
actually,
was
it
like,
sounded
Hey,
like this.
somebody did that. I'm serious. Somebody did that at our Myers over here by me in Chesterfield. I was walking. I was walking down the aisle, and I heard. I was like, "What the hell? What's going on in this movie?"
BA was like, was that James Houston?
Um, no, our former passing game coordinator was their OC.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean Daryl Blevins? They took that. They gave a call to Daryl Blevins.
JB,
Daryl
I'll be
Blevins is a
back.
good offensive coordinator. Yeah,
Yeah.
Myers is a great store.
It's an upper class Walmart.
Yeah, more expensive Walmart. We
Yeah,
say
it's
it
more
right.
expensive. Yeah. I mean, it's a
Sometimes,
little bit more upper class too. You don't see too many people in there in their pajamas like you do in a Walmart.
well, there isn't as much at Walmart anymore now that they're not 24 hours here.
Yeah, thanks to COVID. COVID screwed everything up.
That being said, what do you think of Todd Monken being hired by the Browns and then right afterwards, Mike Garafolo goes, Jim Schwartz is not pleased they passed over him for head coach. Now they're going to lose a defensive coordinator too.
Yeah, he's pretty pissed.
And I don't blame him.
I don't either.
I think he did enough.
There was nobody that absolutely. I mean, Munkin was the last guy, but I mean, there was absolutely nobody that had a name out there that was going to come to Cleveland. And Jim Schwartz has head coaching experience. He really wanted to coach. He wanted to be the head coach of Cleveland. Give it to the guy. What can you lose? You already suck. So I don't get that.
Did I like him as an interim coach? No, I liked him as an offensive coordinator. Get it right. I'm not twisting it. But guess what? He won 2 of those last 3 games after Patricia was fired that year. And Matt Stafford literally told Sheila Hamp and all the people looking for the head coach and GM search, if you hire Daryl, I want to stay. If you don't, I want to be traded. And that was the end of the story.
Mm-hmm. Again, I'm not faulting anything Matt Stafford did. He was tired of this organization changing head coaches and offensive coaches every fucking blue moon.
He had 12 offensive coordinators, 3 in 1 year.
Yeah. That's idiotic, man.
And everybody forgets that part of it. You know, he'd have to learn a new playbook. Now, granted, in the year that there was 3, he didn't have to learn a new playbook for each one because they used the same playbook, just people called different plays out of it. You have to remember, an NFL offensive playbook, there's about 7 formations. There's anywhere from 12 to 20 plays per formation. So,
well, I mean, they still have Minnesota, as I like to call them. They still have what's his face there? He's under contract. He just had a contract. Flores. So they still got him. It's just that if he takes a head job, he ain't getting a head coaching job.
I call Matt Patricia Matt Pascal. That's close. He's been Patricia.
That's good. Patricia, yeah.
They drove Barry out, tired of the crap. They drove Calvin Johnson out early, too, tired of the crap. Lions of the recent dark days were the worst organization in the game, sadly.
Yep.
And it all
That's
goes back
exactly
to the
correct.
guy before Tagliabue, which was Rozelle, right?
Yeah, Pete Rozelle.
Rozelle.
Uh-huh.
When William Clay Ford bought the
Rozelle.
Lions outright from the board, which included the owner of WJR and a couple other places, when he bought them out in 1963, Pete Rozelle went to him and said, "Hey, we want you to give up Thanksgiving." And he said, "We started it," because he was a part of that group that started it. "I'm not getting rid of it. I'm not giving up our tradition we started in the NFL." And the last thing that was heard was, "Good luck on ever making it to a championship again."
Wow.
And that's the same thing that's happening with Goodell right now, because Goodell asked the Lions to do the same thing, and the Lions said, "Fuck you, kick rocks." And that's why Goodell's such an ass to us.
Well, remember, coaches sign coordinators, not offices and teams. The contract is with the team, but there is no penalty for leaving. He can leave. He just doesn't get paid.
Yeah.
I bet
And if you're that mad to leave an organization and not think about getting paid, that means you're pissed. So,
Right.
And I don't blame him. I wouldn't mind. Hey, I know we have Shep, but I wouldn't mind Jim Schwartz coming back here and having Shep be a defensive assistant to him. I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah, I said the same thing, but you know what? I think I know where he ends up.
Probably in San Francisco.
The Raiders as a head coach. He would do it just to change over a team again.
I mean,
because look what he did when he took over us.
Yeah.
Nobody gives him credit for him making us damn near win the division. And Matt Stafford in that game probably played his best game in the playoffs as a Lion in that game versus the Saints.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He threw for 3 touchdowns, 0 picks, and ran 1 in.
He got that defense together. That was the good thing about Schwartz. We didn't really have too many problems with the offense. It was a defense that was getting us killed all the time, and he really got that defense together.
Philly still has their DC. It's their passing game coordinator they lost.
Oh yeah, the DC ain't going nowhere.
Vic Fangio's there.
Yeah.
It's the OC that they lost, and they've been sleeping. And I think that's the only place that might be able to take Kafka out of the Lions organization is if they called and asked him to interview. You know what I'm saying for OC?
Nick just said, I had an argument with somebody one time saying the only way the Lions will win a Super Bowl if they kept Matt Patricia. Who is that? Who is that guy? I want to know who he is.
Yeah. It has to be somebody that's a fan of another team that wanted to keep us down. That's all I got to say. Mo has horrible hair. Schwartz has fancy swirly thing going on in the front. They are a match. And neither one of them like to shake anybody's hand.
Yeah, that's a good thing about you thinking about it. Yeah, it's a good thing that you said it might be Vegas, because if he's going to take over a trash franchise like Cleveland, I mean, he ain't going to go too far.
with Vegas, Megan, would you like to be on tonight? Because I know you got to celebrate that Sam Darnold looked good in primetime.
Oi.
Ozzy. Oh.
Oi.
Oh. What up, BA?
You.
Me.
So, if I get Megan on, I sent her the link if she wants to join. It was a Chiefs fan.
Of course.
She said, flick me the link.
It's already flicked, young lady. Let me change the scene here. So
that sounds like it's personal to you. Don't be, flick the link.
We're going to go back to this one so we can have multiple people on, because we don't know if Ken's going to pop in or Kitty Ken or. And here she is.
Yep. Sue was the beast.
There she is. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, I was actually. Oh, sorry.
Ginger Jesus played like Stafford usually does, and you guys are going to the Super Bowl.
Actually, I was in full Seahawks rig at the sports bar at the Sydney Casino. Nice. And, chewing my fingernails with a few other fans and shaking like a leaf. and Seahawks won. I think I said a few curse words in very quick succession,
What do you
and
mean?
ordered
That's
another.
normal for all Aussies.
And then very quickly ordered 3 Long Island iced teas to get shit-facingly drunk, which I did.
Oh, Vegas in better shape than the Browns. I would rather have that job than pissing on the dumpster fire, trying to put it out that Shaduki is going to be throwing gas and matches on.
Shador is your Pro Bowl fill-in.
Oh, gross.
Oh, I know why he made it. Because Trevor Lawrence says, "Why do I want to play in that gay-ass flag football game?"
Yes. And
Well,
the
first of
Seahawks
all,
players are out for the Super Bowl.
Let's go past that. Shador was even in the conversation because people voted for his ass. That's the problem. His stats should be what get you in a Pro Bowl, not because you are a fan favorite.
But is he a fan favorite though?
Yes, he is.
Somehow, yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I don't.
You can join us Friday. I love this. The prophylactic bowl.
Yeah.
That insults Michael. Dear Michael, you've just
It's
congratulated me on
the BS Bowl.
Michael, you've congratulated me on the Seahawks win. Why did you insult the prophylactics? I'm just asking. Yeah. So please excuse my voice. I'm very. I traveled 16 hours. So
I heard for that particular type of prophylactic, they went with the sheepskin instead of the latex.
Oh, God bless you. Oh, they pay attention to people who have allergies. About time. Damn. But that still insults the prophylactic either way, JB. I'm just saying. But yes, I traveled 16 hours yesterday, so I'm half asleep still. So.
Yeah. Drink that coffee.
I can't because it's 2 p.m. and if I drink coffee now because I have quad shots, I will not sleep for 3 days. So yeah. Actually, Michael, sheepskin is a real thing for me for prophylactics because I'm severely allergic to anaphylaxis. I'm sorry, I am allergic to anaphylaxis. I'm anaphylactic to latex. So it is actually a thing for me.
He knows. He was laughing.
Unless you're referring to, well, I want to give a shout out to Rams fans as a Seahawks fan, Jeremy, if you'll indulge me for a few seconds.
Speaking of prophylactics.
So we were called the Buzzards in a chat by Rams fans. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, gentlemen. Buzzards feast on the deceased. Which is why we feast. Well, we didn't really feast. Let's be fair, on the lambs. I'm just saying, thank you for the name. We wear it with pride now because.
All I got to say is, thank you for making them into the sacrificial lambs.
Or as my brother said, the Rams have been silenced now. Quoting my favorite, one of my favorite movies. My Cardinals loving brother came up with that. The lambs have been silenced.
Yeah, and that's why we will see Golem / Crypt Keeper be the GM of the Cowboys forever. But anyway.
well, Megan, I affectionately call the Seahawks the Sea Chickens, but
yeah.
Yeah, I think, and what makes it special for me as a Seahawks fan who was born 4 months after their first game is it's our 50th birthday year. So to do this in such a quick turnaround for our 50th year, it's very special. Cool. Sorry, Jeremy.
We're 8 years away from 100, and I'm still waiting for our first Super Bowl. Got it.
Franchise
sucks to be you. But yeah, I said 7 to 10 wins with a playoff out, one and done in the preseason. This has
I didn't even pick Seattle to even finish in that division, to tell you the truth. And New England, and I gave more to New England. I thought New England was going to do a good job. They're going to be 9-8, make the playoffs, but I didn't think they were going to go as far as they want to win either. So both those teams showed my ass.
I said they'd be second place at least. I said they'd be second place at least.
One thing I want to ask about the Pats. How much of this is actual skill, for want of a better word, and how much of it, in your opinion, is it schedule?
Well, them getting to the playoffs, their schedule was a lot of it because they did have a third place schedule. Let's not twist it.
Yeah.
The Jets had a worse record, so they were
got to play the teams that are in front of you.
And they played the teams that were in front of them. But you can't discount them getting to the Super Bowl with who they went through. They beat the number 1, the number 2, and the number 5 defenses in the league.
Yep.
Yeah. No, it was just a discussion we had on the Hawk's Nest a few, and I haven't sent you those links. Sorry, Jeremy.
I know, and I was like, okay.
Sorry, I literally just got home. Yeah, and it was a discussion that was started on the Hawk's Nest, and it got me thinking, yes, like you said.
They just beat 3. And let's not get it twisted. They beat 1 in the regular season. They just beat 3 in a row to get to the Super Bowl.
Right. That's what I was saying. Yeah.
And in bad weather.
Yeah.
Every one of those games.
And guess what? Denver's defense is no joke.
Nope.
No.
Neither was Houston's. And neither was the Chargers.
Right. The Chargers had the 5th best defense. 1 and 2 defense in the league was Texans and Broncos.
Yeah.
Now they're playing.
And that's
why I think they're playing like the 3rd defense. I think Seattle's like the 3rd in defense right now.
Yep. Seattle was 3rd. Who was 4th? Damn sure wasn't the Bears.
Damn sure wasn't.
It was Philly. It was Philly. Philly was 4th.
Philly.
Yeah. It just got me really thinking how much for any team schedule plays a part.
Well, your placement of schedule isn't as bad as much as the schedule in a whole. You can only get 3 games based off of where you place in your schedule. You know what I'm saying? Because you're the 4th place, and then you play 3 other ones.
Right.
Plus, you got the 2 divisions you play, which you automatically play the last place team in those divisions. You know what I'm saying? So that's 5 4th place teams you get a chance to play. Wow. You're telling me that there's 5 games that and whatever team was in last place in this division, the NFC North, because think about it. 2nd place was 9-8. They just had a tie. 3rd place was 9-8, and we were 9-8. That meant no matter who plays 4th place, they get to play teams that had 3, 4, and 5 game wins all season.
Right.
Those should count as 5 wins.
Right, that's what confuses me because with the ties and the seat, well, I mean,
but I'm just saying, for no matter which one of us, whether the Packers were in last, Vikings were in last, and we are in last, no matter which one of us ended in last at 9-8, they should automatically have 5 wins coming up on the next schedule.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying there?
I think we automatically have 6 because we play 6 new coach teams. So.
That's another thing. Yeah, that's a great point.
Joe Brady,
and we play a last place schedule too. So
okay, make this make sense. Sean McDermott was fired because supposedly he liked Keon Coleman, even though we heard Bean at the at the combine that year rave about Keon Coleman.
Correct.
And they said, "Well, you're 7-6 in playoff situations, and 7-7 in playoff situations." And 0-6 in overtime situations in the playoffs. Okay. Wasn't he the OC for all 6 or at least 5 of those losses?
He wasn't he?
I would say half of the wins and the losses were him and the other half were Dable.
Right. But I'm just saying
Yep.
But then there was also the one that was just before Dable. Let's not forget that there was one just before Dable. After Lynn left, when Sean McDermott first got there, they had a different OC that was gone. So there was 3 OCs. So let's give one loss to the first one, and then the losses split between Dable and Brady, right?
Right.
As OC.
Yeah, right.
And everybody was saying the offensive play calling was dog shit in that game versus Denver. But they fired the head coach that's a defensive coach.
Well, his defense. First of all, his defense. Sean McDermott's defense is if you're a defensive coach and you're losing all those playoff games they lost, Defense. 13 seconds right there proves the defense sucks. You
I think
cannot let a team score on you in 13 seconds to win a game. You can't do that.
Right.
That's
Right.
just defense.
I get
Josh Allen in the offense had no problems moving that ball up and down the field in any of the playoff games until the Denver game. So I know the defense. I understand why they went about saying the reason why they fired McDermott in a bad way.
Right.
And the reason
That's
why
what
Joe
I'm getting
Brady is a coach is because nobody wants to go head coach for that jackass GM that they, not the GM, but the owner that they have. The owner was an
Right.
asshole.
Exactly. That's my point, is what I'm getting at. So they promote Joe Brady. As soon as you know who that had an interview scheduled with them, found out that they were going to promote Joe Brady, he said, screw it, I'm not even going to go interview. And that's Mike McDaniel. He says, I'll be happy to stay right here as the OC of the Chargers.
Mhm.
Because you know he doesn't want anything to do with the other teams that are left. There's no way he wants to go to the Browns.
I'm
There's
surprised
no way.
they want anything to do with that team, to tell you the truth.
And
Buffalo
Megan,
just shot themselves all in their foot.
2 weeks ago, you heard Adam on this show tell me, oh, God, please don't curse me with that when I said Mike McCarthy would be the Steelers' head coach.
Yes.
What happened?
Yeah. I was in Sydney when I heard that, and it's like, okay.
Robbie did not like that at all.
Honestly, as long as Clint Kubiak stays in Seattle, looking like he may be, and Seattle is willing to throw the kitchen sink at him to make it happen, is what I've heard. Yes,
that is,
thank you.
That is,
thank
that
you,
is my
Michael.
nickname. That is my nickname. I am Nostradamus.
Thank you, Michael. Michael, I thought of it, the thought that counts. Coming out of Seattle is willing, if we win the Super Bowl, to pay Clint Kubiak whatever he wants, just to let you know.
And when the whole OC thing started and we saw the list and Drew Pensing wasn't on it, and I know you paid attention to that show because I said I want Mike McDaniels, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's Mike Kafka. Who's on this Lions offensive coaching staff?
Kafka.
Exactly. I want to exactly see where he lands at too. I don't know what he's going to actually be. He's a high end offensive position that says what they're going to give him.
I think with Scotty Montgomery going and doing what he did, he won't be the assistant head coach anymore, and I think that's going to go to Kafka.
Really? Okay.
Yep.
Monty's still, he hasn't still left yet, so
I know.
Yeah,
that is what I'm saying. But
if I squint hard enough, I could see that happening. Let me think. Yeah, that I maybe.
Because our passing game coordinator is now the offensive coordinator of Iowa State.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
And Tanner Engstrom was fired from the Jets yesterday.
Oh, see, I haven't heard anything that happened yesterday. I haven't heard because I was traveling all day. So,
the Jets also hired former Lions safety coach and DB coach Brian Duker, the one that was here when we had Aubrey Pleasant, right? He's a safety coach then and carried on the next year and then left, correct?
Yeah, he went to Miami to be their passing coordinator and their defensive backs coordinator. I mean, their receivers coordinator and their defensive back coordinator.
It won't be until the next round for Marshawn Lynch. I don't think he's a first ballot Hall of Famer, but
he won't be first, second.
He's second or third. Yeah.
Second or third. Yeah.
So the Jets hired Brian Duker to be their defensive coordinator. An hour after Aaron Glenn makes the announcement that I'm going to be calling the defensive plays this year.
Yeah, make sense to me while I'm half asleep, Jeremy, because when I'm wide awake, it makes no sense.
No. It happens. Head coaches can do that. It's been happening.
I know head coaches can. Ken, I know head coaches can and do that. I'm saying in that case,
that's
make
Brian.
it sense.
That's BA. Ken?
BA.
Oh,
yeah,
sorry, BA. I'm asleep.
Yeah.
And you just admitted that you
wake up.
Oi,
damn it. Oi.
You just admitted you called my team sea chicken, so you sit and spin on a cactus. I've known many pricks in my time, sir, but you are a cactus for calling out my team the Sea Chickens.
I am a cactus.
I said it. I say it affectionately. You
I
left
don't.
that part out. Well, that's you.
No, I'm kidding, of course, BA. My apologies. I am half asleep, so.
The good news is Minnesota is able to keep Flores unless he gets a head coaching job, and I damn sure don't think he's going to take the coaching job, the DC job at the Browns. So the only what head coaching jobs are left now? Is it just
Arizona?
Vegas and the Cardinals?
Vegas and Cardinals.
Yeah,
I don't see him going there. Either
He
one.
ain't going to go there.
So,
First of all,
but
Pittsburgh was
hang
his
on.
best chance to go to head coach. If he
Yep.
didn't want a head coach there, if he didn't get the job to head coach there, he's not going nowhere else. Because
That's what I'm
first
getting
of
at.
all, that was his best place to go. Second of all, he's got to drop all the cases, and that would go. Like I said, I talked about this before. It's going to go against his morals. So,
you know what? I think Russell Wilson will get in the Hall of Fame. I just don't think it'll be first, second, or third ballot. It'll be the fourth or fifth. And the only reason why I say that is he's been to 2 Super Bowls and won one.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Sorry,
Joe Namath,
He was
Joe
a pretty
Namath-
decent quarterback.
and he's been a decent quarterback except the last few years, but that's because
Yeah,
people were stupid enough to pay him as he was past his prime.
right.
I
Let's
don't
be
regret
real.
losing. Yeah, I don't regret the Seahawks losing Russell Wilson.
No,
Sorry, I
you should be quite happy because you got 5 players and like 6 draft picks and dumped a whole bunch of They took his salary
Yeah.
on full.
I know this is going to sound stupid, but the only reason I'm hopeful of a win, but it sucks kind of, is we get, what is it, the 32nd pick in the draft?
Yes.
Is that what the Super Bowl winner gets? The 32nd?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
The Shithawks who are now in the Super Bowl.
When did Goff throw 6 interceptions? That's a lie.
Hybrid
Not a-
the hybrid legion of boom. Very little simple concept. Are you referring to? Yeah,
I don't even think Goff threw. I think he might have threw maybe
3.
2
He
interceptions
threw
in that game.
Two, maybe it was 2 interceptions and a fumble versus the Ravens that year.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's why I did
There's
that.
3 turnovers.
No man coverage since when?
2 of them, and I think both of them went to Marlon Humphrey, if I remember right.
Yeah, something like that. And then he fumbled when he got sacked.
Yeah, and there's a
That was
fumble
just
on
that was just an all-out bad game for.
And
Detroit.
who was at center that game? Mr. Evan Brown, because Frank Ragnow was out hurt, and that was
That's
the
right.
second full. That was the second full season with Ben Johnson as our offensive coordinator, and we put up 6 points in that game, 2 field goals.
Yeah, and the defense did not do us any favors either. It was like everybody was out there and they didn't know where the fuck they were supposed to be at. That one drive, the first drive, told me how this game was going to go. The defense kept lining up in bad spots. They were confused. They were talking to each other like, where are you supposed to be at? Well, you're supposed to be at over here. You're supposed to be. I was like, you guys just, what's going on with this defense? I said, Aaron and Glenn, we're not prepared for this.
It was messy. Yep.
And all I know is that exact same players and a lesser O-line was on the field versus the Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
We gave up 0 sacks. We had 0 turnovers, and we put up 38 points.
What was that,
to
JB?
the point that McDonald was not the coach, the defensive
No, I
coach
get it.
either.
He wasn't. But at the same time, it wasn't man coverage. You're right. They disguised it. Kyle Van Noy is a 3-4 linebacker and does not fit what we do.
That's why it's not here.
He never fit when we were here. It was a stupid draft pick. He was a 3-4
Where was he
linebacker. He was a 3-4 linebacker in college. Was he out of Penn State or?
Yeah, I think he was Penn State. Yep.
But you
And-
asked Megan, where
and
is
we
he
took
now? Sorry.
I'm going to tell you where he's at. He's with the Baltimore Ravens. The last I knew.
I haven't heard of him, so that's why.
Oh no, he played for BYU.
Oh, okay. So either way, it was a 3-4 defense in college.
Mm-hmm.
We were a 4-3 defense. We drafted him and tried to make him play 4-3 outside linebacker when he was an off-ball middle linebacker.
Dumb.
Oh, okay.
That's
So,
Matt Petrasha for you.
right, a 3-4 middle linebacker can play middle linebacker in a 4-3, but that's all he can play because that's what he's used to.
Who thinks that? Okay, can you make this make sense, JB and boys? Why do you draft a player who's known at college for playing a specific position, whatever it is, and then try to shoehorn them into a position they have no clue about, and then wonder why they fail?
Because GMs try to prove that they're the smartest guy in the room a lot.
Well,
a lot
John
of GMs.
John Schneider is. I'm going to say it. Sorry.
What up, Robbie?
Like,
There's
it
a
never
lot.
makes
I'll
sense
tell you
to
what.
me.
There is like 5, maybe 6 great GMs in this league, and then quite a few lucky ones.
Yeah.
Yes, I'd agree with that.
Schneider, John Lynch has been more lucky than good. If you look at what's been going on with all the injuries and everything that's going on, that's not good.
Well, you hired a coach, so
Les Snead, you got to give it up to him.
It just
With
never
the Rams.
makes sense.
Did I like
doesn't make
Ziggy
sense.
Ansah? I'll tell you what I think about Ziggy Ansah. Never trust a Ghana birth certificate.
Hey,
If
Jay, you
that
might as well.
if that fucker was 22 when he got out of college, I'm 22 right now. He walked on the field a 34-year-old broken man already. That's why he was injured so much.
JB, you might as well put a clown nose on the Panthers GM.
No,
Why
he's
is
doing
that?
good lately. I don't know what you're talking about. Dan Morgan?
Oh, I'm sorry, not GM. I'm thinking owner.
Well, yeah, Dave. You're
well,
talking
the
about Dave
owner
Pepper.
let it. Yeah, the owner
Pepper's a clown.
has. Well, he might be a clown, but he let everybody take the positions they're supposed to take
Thank
and left
God
them alone.
Dan Morgan's doing good stuff.
Yeah, and that's the reason why Tepper's not in
Yep.
front and center.
Yep.
You want to come on in, Robbie? BA can send you a link.
Jack Wagon.
Brad Holmes and Howie Roseman. I think Howie Roseman right now is hands down the best GM
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
in the NFL right now. I'm sorry. I
Megan.
got him above John Schneider. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I do.
Okay, no, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm always going to be biased towards John Schneider for the last few drafts.
I know you are. I mean, he's got a smaller sample size of success.
Yeah, true. But I'm just interested. I'm not picking a fight with you, JB, by any stretch. I'm just interested in why you have him slightly above. As I said, not picking a fight.
I got right now because you had 2 bad years. I know, granted, one was with somebody else, and then you had the year that was down last year. You guys had a good year, but it was still down. Correct?
No, fair. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is your first year of success, of true success with them, of rebuilding everything and getting it done.
Point. I see where you're going. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
right now,
point.
I have him at 3rd or 4th. It's Howie Roseman. It's a 1A, 1B, 1C right now for me.
Yeah.
And Brad Holmes is not there yet in the top 3.
Okay.
Les Snead, Howie Roseman, Ozzie Newsome. Then it's Brad Holmes, and then it's John Schneider.
See, I would. Okay, now you've explained that. I would flip Holmes and Schneider.
Brad Holmes is a better drafter. Is an amazing drafter.
You didn't let me finish. Will
I will tell you what exactly turns Seattle around. Quarterback play.
Okay.
Geno Smith
Oh,
was not,
100%.
Geno Smith was not the
is-
guy.
No.
He was not the guy.
And I honestly think, BA, he was never going to be. I followed Sam, as I've said many times, since USC. And yeah, he had a few down years, but look where he was put. Not making excuses for him, just stating facts. You know, he was at the Jets. Good luck. Where was he? He was at the Vikes.
Went to Carolina.
Oh, Carolina. Thank you. I was blanking.
Then he was
on
a
that
backup for San Francisco.
So you look at where he's been, and he's had had fits and starts with the Vikings and whatnot. And even on chats that I was on while I was in Sydney, Sam is still seeing ghosts. Where? It's like that same old narrative that frustrates.
BA and I have been defending Sam Darnold from
I know you have
over half the year.
I know you have, and that's what I'm saying.
Can I?
Even when we won last week. Sorry.
No,
Okay,
you're
well.
good. No,
Sorry,
go
Will.
ahead.
No, I just what you can say.
No.
Whoever thinks he's still seen ghosts is stupid because they haven't seen the last 2 years of football from Sam Darnold. This guy has overcome adversity.
Well, I to an extent, yes. Last year, the last 2 games he played when he was under pressure, like Jared Goff was all this season,
Those were bad.
he showed those were bad games. Those were the Sam Darnold everybody was talking about. It was
Yeah.
us in primetime in a primetime playoff game versus the Rams where he failed. So that's where that stigma about primetime said that stayed with Sam Darnold. But when your offensive line is getting slammed more than a hooker next to a Navy base on payday, it's kind of hard for a quarterback to look good.
But what I'm saying, JB, is even when we won on Sunday, first thing Rams fans say, and look, there may be some saltiness. They've just lost their chance to go to the Super Bowl. I get it. I'd be salty as all hell if it was ours. Oh, Sam saw ghosts. Are we watching the same game? No, we effing didn't. I've had 3 Long Island iced teas, so I don't know what I'm actually saying.
He looked like he'd been there before. He's composed
What do you mean, Will?
himself.
I think the thing about Sam in his years with Minnesota compared to his years with Seattle, let's not be pussyfooting around it. Minnesota didn't have the defense that Seattle has this year.
Exactly.
So the Seattle was dominant. Sam Darnold only had to do a few things, and that was it. This last game he played against the Rams, though, he showed his ass. And let me tell you something. Stafford was just playing just as well as he was. They both were playing up to their levels. The game wasn't lost between those two. Well, if the Rams lost, it had nothing to do with Stafford because he didn't lose that game. It was that stupid ass kick returner who dropped the fumbled the ball on the 4, 5, 6 yard line for him. Jackass. Yeah. But anyway.
Yeah, and
I should be fired.
Yeah.
I think for me, I'm just so sick of hearing it with Sam in Seattle. It's like, what more does the dude have to friggin' do?
Well, if he wins the Super Bowl, then there you go. What's up?
No.
Mad
What up,
Yinzer?
Robbie?
What's going on, guys?
Hey, guess what? Congratulations on your new head coach. I know you love him so much.
Oh, come on. I'm trying to force You know what? When things couldn't get any worse, I think they're hiring Patrick Graham for defensive coordinator, which I'm not happy about that either.
Damn. What the hell's going on?
So,
you know what? No. You need to get on the phone and tell them to call down there and steal Jim Schwartz from Cleveland.
They let him go. I think they let him go because they didn't give him the job today. They hired Todd.
Right now, he's still under contract as the DC. I'm saying have your team call down there and said, hey, you want to make them suffer twice a year?
There you go.
They'll probably hang the phone up. They'd be like,
that defense he's got, he can make any defense good.
I'll tell you what, I kind of agree with Nick Burton because they changed the way the voting finishes up for MVP. May won and Stafford didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, is it over?
You are the father.
No, I'm talking about. Did you not hear what I just said? They played a game. They wait till this week to vote the MVP now. They don't do it at the end of the season like they used to.
Right.
If it had been done at the end of the season, I would have given it to Drake May hands down because of how bad Stafford was floundering and giving pick sixes to lose games more than he won towards the end of the season. They lost the division because of it.
Yeah, good point.
I wouldn't be shocked if Drake May won it.
I would love to say, as I said to Nick, I would love Drake
I'm
May.
the father? What am I the father of what?
That baby that I created by saying it 3 weeks ago.
Oh, yeah.
Be your head coach.
Man, did you see him rubbing his hand like he was at Taco Bell at the press conference?
Megan has something.
Okay, yes, Megan.
I was going to say, I hope Drake May wins it because I am so sick of, again, Rams fans in our Seahawks chat saying Stafford's the MVP. I don't think he will, but God, losing the game that gets you to the Super Bowl to the Seahawks and losing Stafford's MVP to Drake May. That if we win the Super Bowl, that's just like cherry on top for a brilliant year for me.
Right.
I'm sorry, I'm catty bitch, but it's true.
But we did get a list out today that is the best offensive lineman in football award finalists.
Oh,
Lions tackle Penei Sewell, Broncos offensive tackle Garrett Bowles, Broncos guard Quinn Miners, Bears guard Joe Thuney, Dolphins center Aaron Brewer, and Chiefs center, which I don't know why, because they had more pressure up the middle than even the Lions had. Creed Humphrey had a bad year, but he made it.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
going
he
to
had a down
say,
year.
out of those, how did Humphrey get it? Again, explain that to me. The
I
rest,
don't have-
Nah, do
Yeah,
you
the
think
rest,
you
I
think
think the
Penei
center
Sewell's
for-
going to win it?
I do think
Yeah.
Penei Sewell's going to win it because they just
Yeah.
announced that he had the highest tackle grade of the year of all the tackles
yeah, I
in
can
the
see
NFL.
Penn winning it, and I wouldn't be
I don't know.
upset by that. But Creed Humphreys, on the year he had, he gets a nomination. Well,
Yeah.
So I want to point something
Tooney
out.
wasn't bad. Tooney wasn't
Tooney
bad.
Tooney wasn't bad. I didn't
I
say
want-
that.
I want to point out two cool things. First, Drake May went to high school 30 minutes from me, so I'd love to see a local boy
Yeah, he
win
grew
it.
up in
Nice.
Carolina. Yeah, he went to Carolina. Yeah.
And he
was
surprised
born
to
in
no one, probably. He's the first Carolina quarterback to ever start a Super Bowl, if he starts. If, keyword if.
Yeah, here's an interesting thing
okay.
about the Jets, and it's interesting on a Lions note too. Because for the second time as a coach, he got to fire Dre Bly.
Yeah.
Dre Bly was-
Dre Bly's pissed.
Because look at the list
I
of
didn't-
everybody they
Yeah.
got rid of this year. They got rid of their OC,
Uh-huh.
Tanner Engstrom, which was our old passing game coordinator. They got rid of Steve Wilkes in season. They got rid of their passing game coordinator, Scott Turner. They probably should have got rid of him week one. But
Yeah.
QB's coach
Isn't Scott
Charles
Turner
London.
the son of Norv Turner?
Yeah.
Yeah.
QB's coach Charles London, DL coach Eric Washington, linebackers coach and former first round pick by the Seahawks Aaron Curry,
Well, that's why you
Aaron
lost.
Curry.
assistant DB's coach
Ah.
Dre Bly, and other defensive assistants.
I thought Aaron Curry's name was familiar to me. As I said, I'm half asleep on half a cup of coffee, so
Yeah, because
I
he's picked
couldn't.
by Seattle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
20th
yeah.
overall that year.
Wake
I
Forest.
thought it was 20
That's the year. That's the year we picked Ebron.
Oh, God. E-bum.
I thought he was 22nd, but as I said, I can be misremembering. But he was
Could be
around
20.
20.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
around
he,
20.
Yeah,
he
but
was around
that's,
20. Yeah.
The Jets poached Curry from us. He was a Steelers linebacker coach the year before.
Ah, right. Okay.
And I'm going to say it again. I'm not saying that the voters were right to do it. Belichick not being a first ballot Hall of Famer when he has a total of 8 Super Bowl rings in his pocket, 2 as a
That's a crime.
coordinator and 6 as a head coach. Even if you take away the 2 for Deflategate and Spygate, because they were 2 different years, that's still 6. Do you know what that is? 2 more than Chuck Knowles, the only other coach with more than 3 himself.
Maybe I think Roger Goodell got it out for Bill Belichick.
Regardless of all, it's the sports writers because they're pissing and moaning because he was an asshole to him in the media.
Right.
And you know what? Shut up. You got to go by the guy's stats. I don't care about if he was pissy to you guys. He doesn't have to be the beauty pageant queen of the year to you. He's a coach.
And particularly after a loss, a big loss, I'm not going to
was
want
like-
press coming straight at me. And if they do, they're going to get pissy me. You
Bill
know
was
what
like
I mean?
that whether he won or he lost.
Well,
So-
actually-
But
In the beginning, when Bill was with the Patriots, he wasn't like that.
no.
For the first 2 Super Bowls, he was actually very good with the media.
Mm.
And then they lost the Super Bowl on the undefeated run. And that's when his
that's
attitude.
right. That's right.
That's when the attitude with the media changed with Bill Belichick. That particular Super Bowl right there. He walked in
Yes.
and somebody said, "Well, how do you feel after losing like that?"
Well, what
And
the fuck
I
do you
remember,
think?
yeah, it's exactly what he did. He goes, "How the fuck do you think I feel?"
I'm gonna tiptoe through the tulips. I just lost the fucking Super Bowl, fool. What do you think?
Yeah, exactly, Mike.
And you're right. But at the same time, I know he will get in because they can't keep
He will.
that type
He
of
can't-
trait
he
in
can't
them
next
forever.
year.
But it's a
Yeah.
black eye on the Hall of Fame committee right now, 100%.
There's
You
no
know,
way.
right now they're trying to put sanctions on them about that too.
And
They
then
Yeah,
just
and you called that shit. Fox Sports reported Deflategate and Spygate were the two main reasons why he got snubbed.
it is.
Because
It is.
Fox News just made a story on it like 2 hours ago.
Well, and
Jeremy-
Bill Polian 3 years ago, right after Bill Belichick retired, he did say, "I don't think he deserves to be a first ballot Hall of Famer because of that." He did not say that this year during the voting phase, and people are trying to take and bring that interview up and use it against him now, saying that he promoted this when all he did was he mentioned, if I was in charge of the voting,
If I was voting,
he would not get it because of Spygate and Deflategate. That's
he
all
just
he
came out.
said.
He just came out and dispelled those rumors. But Bill Polian, I mean, he sticks by his guns too. That's another thing. Just like talking about Lamar Jackson should be a wide receiver instead of a quarterback. Well, okay.
Megan. Yep. No, okay.
Yeah, good point, Michael. How many years was between Deflategate and Spygate, or the other way around?
Not
However,
long.
3 years.
Three.
Yeah, I was thinking
It was
5.
It was Spygate,
No.
and then they had a clean year, and then there was
Yeah.
the rumors of Deflategate, and then it was confirmed the next year.
Yeah, I was thinking 5, and it's like no, it's either 3 or 4. So
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
yeah, exactly. Thank you, BA.
We lie, we cheat, we steal.
That's right.
Yeah.
We lie, we cheat, we steal.
That's why
All right,
everybody
Eddie
comes
Guerrero.
after Michigan about anything else.
Roger Goodell, there was rumors that he had problems with Bill Belichick too, so that could have played a part in it.
Who's that?
100. Bill Belichick does have
Roger Goodell had a problem, like him and there was rumors that him
has
and
a problem with everybody who don't conform to Roger Goodell. That's the point.
Did you guys see the roast of Tom Brady?
Yeah,
I think so.
Yes.
yeah.
Okay. The best part of that whole thing was when Jeffrey Ross made the joke about Robert Kraft and the massage parlor.
Oh yes.
And Tom Brady walks up, he goes, "Don't ever fucking talk about Robert Kraft like that again."
Yes.
Yeah, that was funny as hell. And or he said all the NFL had to do was ask me about Deflategate, and I would admit it, or some shit.
Amen.
I forgot how he said that. He said something like that. I don't know word for word.
So, I remember when the report came out about Jameson Williams and his ADHD change of his script is why he was suspended. There's this stupid a Philadelphia Eagle fan that likes to watch and comment on Lion stuff, and he keeps calling him Viagra Boy, saying that he got busted for taking Viagra.
Okay.
When it's documented, I can't remember his name, but he comes out there and goes, "Oh, look, it's Viagra Boy. That's why he runs so fast." I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't run fast with a hard on. How the hell would he?
Yeah, Johnson.
Well, I don't know. That's a third leg. Might be able to.
No,
Dan Johnson said
but hang on, fellas. The female here says if you fall, you've got to be careful that you don't poke yourself in the eye, even wearing glasses, don't you? I'm just asking.
Maybe it's faster than on 3 legs instead too.
If I got a hard hand, I'm riding like I'm gimpy because I
I
got to
was
move
going
the
to
leg
say,
wrong.
yeah, one short leg. In cricket, there is the middle stump. In cricket, there is
Yeah.
the third leg.
he
In
was-
cricket,
Yeah,
So
I
he
know.
was coming on there talking about JMO had a situation because of ADHD.
He calls him
ADHD.
That's a
Viagra Boy.
Philadelphia. That's a Philadelphia fan for you, moron.
Yep.
Talking about he had a pogo stick.
But I will say, he goes that earlier this year when Gibbs broke off that run in overtime, which was the second fastest run this season. He goes, "Oh, I didn't think he was that fast," and he rewound it and watched it again. He goes, "He's good."
There's so many jokes I can make about third legs that I won't.
Amen.
I'm
MDE
looking
got it
for
right.
Put
I
that
would
bad
never
boy
take a
somewhere.
Viagra playing football. Like what? Like fuck that. Like forget that.
No, hang on. Think about the damage you could do to the other player, even with pads. I'm just going there. I am just going there.
God.
Sorry,
Don't make me think you've gone Polish on us.
What?
Talking about pads in a football game. Polish women hockey players and football players all at the
Hockey
same time.
players, cricket players.
Because they only have to change their pads every 3 or 4 periods.
Oh,
Let's
yeah,
rim shot. Come on, we missed out on a rim shot. Hey, I'm half asleep.
Mike said, lay down for who? You ain't got to lay down.
Hey,
oh, no, I'm not
this is the
turning
first-
red. I'm
No,
laughing so hard.
Yeah, you blushed a little bit on that one when I said it because you were like, oh.
I was trying to hear what you were saying because there's a bit of background noise and I'm still on overload from the trip. And then I heard it. I heard the hockey player and I'm like, oh, yeah, fair. And then I heard women and went, oh, shit, he beat me to the punch.
Yes, I did. Oh, but that being said, we do have the list of the players that are in the American Bowl. Would you guys like to hear who's actually playing?
Let's do it.
Sure.
At wide receiver quarterbacks for the Guardians is Tommy Castellanos, and yes, that is Nick Castellanos' cousin from Florida State, the quarterback. Jack Strand, the guy I've been talking about of Minnesota State Moorhead, is actually in for the Guardians as well. And this guy, I have no clue who he is, so I have to look him up. Maverick Mickelvore of Western Kentucky Hilltop.
Great name, Maverick.
Great name, Maverick. What a great name.
And then
I like it.
For the Warhawks, remember it used to be North and South. Now it's Guardians and Warhawks. And
Whatever.
I hate this stuff. But anyways,
shit.
Daquan Finn of Miami, Ohio.
Hang on. A Finn from Miami. Think about this gentleman.
Yeah, I know, but it's Miami, Ohio. I had to say
Miami,
that.
Ohio. Oh, okay.
You know who else went to Miami of Ohio who played quarterback?
Ben Roethlisberger.
Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that one.
All right.
Roethlisberger.
For the Warhawks, Jacob Clark of Missouri State.
Okay.
And then here's one I'm going to butcher the name, but I'm going to try to do it phonetically because it does look very
It's a tongue
Greek.
twister.
Ethan Kiliakmanis of Rutgers.
Killian Manus.
What's
Bless
what?
you too, Jeremy.
Kilias Manus?
Kaliakmanis. Kiliakmanis.
Akmanis. That
Right.
sounds European.
It's very Greek.
Yeah.
Now the running backs for the Guardians is Keyshawn Owens of Florida International University, Jamal Haynes of Georgia Tech. Here's another one, and I think this one is Nigerian when I say it. Barika Capino, North Dakota State.
Bless you. Would you like a tissue?
Yes, please.
Enrico Capino.
And Curtis Allen of Virginia Union. For the Warhawks, it's Cash Jones of Georgia, Shamari Lawrence of Missouri State, Star Thomas of Tennessee. Please don't be related to the woman on The View. And Lincoln Fair, Texas State.
Sorry. I got that one on the bounce.
Your wide receivers for the Guardians are Gabriel Benyard of Kennesaw State, Will Pauling of Notre Dame, Noah Short of the Army, Anthony Smith, East Carolina.
Of the who?
Okay.
Sorry.
Notre Dame?
No, the one before. The Hermes?
What?
I said
Army.
Kennesaw State, Notre Dame, the Army,
Army.
East Carolina.
Oh, the Army. Sorry, I misheard. I was thinking
Wow.
Hermes is one of my
That's the
favorite Greek
military.
gods.
Now,
Sorry.
I like this guy because of his name. He comes out of Troy University. It's Ra Thomas. How about that?
Rah-rah. You
Rah-rah
go
Thomas.
Oh, come on, you
should go
know
play for
where
the
he's going to
Bears.
be in the.
And then Max Tomczak out of Youngstown State. And yes, it is related to that Tomczak, the old quarterback.
Mike?
Mike
Yes,
Mike
Tomczak.
Tomczak?
it's Max Tomczak, but he's related to Mike.
Son?
I just know he's related. I didn't look it up yet.
Didn't look it
And
up.
then it's
Well,
and then
keep them away.
Chris Hilton of LSU, wide receiver university, for the Warhawks. A guy having this name, I feel sorry for him. Omega Blake, because Omega has to do with female werewolves. But anyway, out of Arkansas.
Excuse me, Omega are damn fine Swiss watches. But yes, I know where you're going with that too, my dear.
No, stop
Yes.
laughing.
Cyrus
He is the
Allen.
nephew of Mike Tomczak.
Oh, okay.
Oh, thank you for looking that up. Cyrus Allen of Cincinnati. Nick Gennaro of James Madison. And I don't know if this guy's related to a certain running back / wide receiver, but Ty Montgomery out of John Carroll.
Imagine the Stanford Montgomery.
I've heard of that dude before.
Donovan
Yeah,
McCulley
interesting.
from Michigan. Wesley Grimes. God, why does that sound like it should be a Wesley Snipes character? But anyways,
No, I
out
was
of
thinking
NC
the toilet.
State,
Maybe I was thinking toilet cleaner, but yeah, Wesley Snipes works.
DT Sheffield out of Rutgers, and Junior Vandeross III out of Toledo. That rounds out the wide receivers for both teams. For the Guardians, that tight end, you have Tanner Arkin of Illinois, Drew Biber of Minnesota, Matthew Hibner, and R.J. Maryland of SMU.
R.J. Maryland?
Yes, that's
I
his
wonder if
name.
he's related to Russell Maryland.
Who knows? Russell Jr.? Maybe. But anyways, Warhawks. It's Shaman Mateer of Arizona State. Shaman. Yeah. Chamon. And it is pronounced Shaman.
It sounds like again, I'm thinking cleaning products.
Cody Hardy of North Carolina State. Khalil Dinkins of Penn State. And Miles Kitzelman of Tennessee.
Okay.
The Guardians at interior offensive line has Mason Rudolph of Boise State, no relation.
Oh, I was going to say that. Thank you.
Bryce
His name is
Foster
Mason
of
Rudolph?
His name is Mason Rudolph, yes. Bryce Foster of Kansas, Kobe Baines of Kansas, Connor Tollison of Missouri, and Henry Letowski of Nebraska. The tackles, Mason Murphy of Auburn, Enrique Cruz of Kansas, Alan Haran of Maryland, Albert Reese IV of Mississippi State, Paul Rubelt of UCF, Jaron Kump of Utah. What a name, Kump.
What a name.
And Trevante Sylvester of Louisville. For the Warhawks at interior offensive line, you have Austin Liusa of BYU,
He's
Gavin Gerhardt of Cincinnati, Luke Pettibon of Florida State, Derek Simmons of Oklahoma, Nick Dawkins of Penn State, and Thomas Rimack of Virginia Tech. At the tackle position, you have Tristan Lay of Clemson, Gunnar Hansen of Florida State, Ethan Anat. Holy shit, this one's worse. And Nyanwa of Ohio State.
You got something in your throat.
Yeah.
Cough it up, son.
It was Ohio State that was the clump.
I was going to say Ohio State choked him.
Jeffrey Percy of Pittsburgh, Christian Jones of San Diego State, and Ruben Fothery II of Texas A&M. All right, thank you, brother. You have a
Take care, Will. Good to see you.
All right, Will.
Nice
to see you, Will.
Take care.
Have a good night, Will.
Your edge rushers for the Guardians are Eddie Walls III of Houston, Malik Sia of Mississippi State, Isaiah Smith of SMU, and Daniel Rickert of Virginia. For the Warhawks, it's TJ Guy of Michigan, Sebastian Harsh of NC State, Dayon Hayes of Texas A&M, and Corday Seednor of Vanderbilt. Holy shit, the names are getting worse.
This is why I didn't want to read them. I saw them and thought.
All right. Defensive linemen. These are your interior defensive linemen. For the Guardians, you got Renee Conga of Louisville, Jacobian Guillory of LSU, Cole Brevard of Texas, Jameer Carter of Virginia, and interior.
Interior? Are you doing anatomy? Hang on, JB's doing anatomy. Just
Yeah.
give me a second.
Sorry, it's Anterio Thompson of Washington. And yes, that's his real name.
Sounds
Wow.
like an
Ontario.
anatomy slide at
And then
university.
we got Peyton Zdroit of Air Force, Aaron Graves of Iowa, Damon Payne of Michigan, Tyree West of Tennessee, and Cody Heisman. And it's the Huis version in German, not the HEI, but it's still Heisman of Virginia Tech. For the Guardians at linebacker. Good Lord, this is like reading a braille, some of it. TJ Quinn, Louisville, Javin Wright from Nebraska, Nandi Obayazor of TCU, Cole Kozlowski of UCF, Eli Lawson of UCF, and James Jackson of Virginia. For the Warhawks, I didn't make this name up. It's real.
Oh, yes, you did.
Jack Dingle of Cincinnati.
Well, hey, you got to do something in Cincinnati, and Giggle is probably
I
it.
wonder if that's a younger cousin to Dirk Dingler.
Yeah.
Fair question, should be asked.
Mason Woods of Kent State. Wow, wait. Jake Dingle and Mason Woods back to back. This just is not right.
Back to back? Whoa, time out. Hey, look, I don't care what you're into, JB, but I thought we were talking football.
We are.
Wow.
These are the linebackers. I didn't make a. I
Linebackers? Oh, it gets better. The gift that keeps on giving, my friend.
Eric Hunter of Morgan State, Quinn Erweiler of Northern Illinois, Shad Banks Jr. of UTSA, Langston Patterson of Vanderbilt, and that is for your Warhawks. For the Guardians, you got TJ Quinn of Louisville, Javin Wright of Nebraska. I already read those. Never mind. Sorry. I was like, wait, why does he sound familiar? Okay. Here's where it's going to get fun when I talk about the Warhawks cornerbacks.
I take a breath and don't giggle.
Elzillion Hamilton of Fresno State. Elijah Cope.
Hang on. Can you say that one more time for me, please?
Elzillion Hamilton.
Okay, what drugs was his mother on while pregnant? Just asking.
I might have been hoping that she was winning at crypto. But anyways, Elijah Culp of James Madison, Rashad Battle of Pittsburgh, Deshaun Rucker of South Florida, the Bulls, Nasir Bowers of Toledo, and Ricardo Hallman of Wisconsin. Out of all of those, the guy I know I absolutely do not want is Ricardo Hallman. He's shorter than DJ Reed and Amik Robertson. For the Guardians, you have Aiden Garnes of Arizona, Latrell McCutcheon from Houston, DJ Harvey of Southern Cal, Channing Canada, TCU, Jalen Jones of Williamson Mary, and Michael Dansby of Arizona. Your safety for the Guardians, Clayton Powell Lee of Georgia Tech, Brylan Green of Liberty, Kapina Gushikan of Mississippi, Dalen Carnell of Missouri, and Jalen Stroman. I wonder if he's any relation to Baron Stroman. But anyways, from Notre Dame. For the Warhawks, you have Eli Blakely of Miami, Ohio, Silas Walters of Miami, Ohio, Skylar Thomas of Oregon State, Nick Anderson of Wake Forest, and Ladarius Webb Jr. And yes, that's that guy's kid, Ladarius Webb, the former NBA player from Wake Forest as well. Your specialists for the Guardians at kicker is Nate Reed of Delaware. Long snapper is Rocco Underwood of Florida. I almost said underwear. And punter Cole Maynard.
Okay, we lost him, boys. We know where Jeremy's mind is, and there's always room for one more in the gutter, brother.
Amen. And the kicker from Hawaii for the Warhawks is Kansei Masuzawa. And the long snapper is John
Bless
Perelman.
you again. Bless you.
And the punter is Wes Paul of Oklahoma State. And that is your rosters for the Rocco.
That is how I'm going to name Rocco now. Thank you for that, Jeremy. Saved me thinking of him, Mr. Underwear.
Yep.
But
Al and
Rocco.
Al.
This
It's
is weird too
A-L
because it
apostrophe
said
Zillion. That's his name.
I want to know, is Zillion, I think he said his name was, I want to know what that exchange rate is for between Australian and New Zealand, American, whatever it is. I want to know what it is on the exchange.
So that was fun talking about that. Do you wish Goldberg was your way? Hey, stop it. Why do people call him Ben Rapelessberger? Robbie, inform them.
Because he supposedly raped a girl.
It wasn't his only allegation either.
Yep.
They
They do
what I
get on
wouldn't
me.
mind? You know what I wouldn't mind is if Bill Goldberg wanted to be a defensive line coach.
Yes. Agreed. I'm not a wrestling fan, but Goldberg is.
Could you see if you had Bill Goldberg and Dan Campbell on the same sideline?
Oh, God.
I hate Goldberg.
You'd be running into a brick wall on your line.
I hate Goldberg. I can't
We,
stand him.
we wouldn't have to worry about players hitting player going past the sidelines anymore. Goldberg would just spear them and say, "What? I'm not on the field. You can't give me a
Yeah.
flag."
I'm on the good side of the line. I'm good. Anyway, fellas, I'm going to have to drop because it's 2:30 and I have not eaten all day. So I'm going to drop.
Yes, he was an Atlanta Falcons DT back when Michael Vick was playing. If
Did
I
he play for the
remember
Packers too?
he ended up being on the practice squad of the Packers. He was I believe he was a 7th round pick by Atlanta back then.
He was a big boy. He was 6'4", like 270.
Did they play the American Bowl already? Because it says January 22nd, 2026.
They might have.
But that was the teams. If it hasn't.
I'm aware of that, but I'm just saying that they already played.
I hadn't heard.
I haven't seen any stats. I know that this came out on the 18th. Oh, yep. The game takes place Thursday, January 22nd at 8 p.m. from Lakewood,
I didn't hear a lick of anything.
I didn't hear a lick of information about it.
Mm-hmm.
So that was last weekend. Oh, they played.
I know the Senior Bowl's coming up.
Yeah, that's what I've been concentrating on. What was the score? Do you have the score now for that game?
I'm trying to even look where the hell the results are at because I don't see anything.
All right, JB, I've got to go. Thank you for having me.
It was great to have you.
Thank you, and thank you for So, who are you backing in the Super Bowl, JB?
Oh, the Seahawks.
Oh, good man. We can stay friends. Only correct answer.
Well, there is another correct answer, but I'll tell you why. It's because there was a report that came out this morning. Drake May injured his throwing shoulder against Denver.
Oh, yeah. I was hearing that on the way.
They are looking for his MRI is scheduled for tomorrow to see if he'll be able to play.
I was hearing that. I had Seahawks radio on when I could get coverage in the train coming home, and I had heard that. So, does that, before I go, JB, if he's injured and out of the Super Bowl, does that influence the MVP vote at all?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for having me as always. And I've written myself a note that I've got in front of me. Send JB Hawks link. Link.
So
Sorry, I just got home from being away for 5 days. So I did intend to do it before I went, but I was, Anyway, I will do it. And because I have the email with the link open with your email address on it, I have no excuse.
Yeah, there you go. Well, love you, Megan. Guys. Congratulations. And hopefully we'll talk to you next week and we'll actually do a
absolutely. I'll be around next week. I think I've got a couple of meetings on that I might flick to somebody else, but I'll be around somewhere for sure. Yeah, absolutely. All right, guys.
We have 52 people watching and 134 comments so far. Amazing. Great job, guys. Now 135.
Yeah, no score on that game. That bowl game you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it in the NFL things because those are the ones
I got that. The one that took place on January 10th, which was the Navy All-American Bowl.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just put the Senior Bowl. The national team is Diego Pavia, Vanderbilt, Cole Payton of North Dakota State, Sawyer Robinson of Baylor. Your running back is Katron Allen of Penn State, Seth McGowan of Kentucky, Keyshawn Owens, Florida International, Nick Singleton, Penn State, and Jamari Taylor of Virginia. Your wide
It says right
receiver.
here the score was 7-6, January 22nd bowl.
Well,
Damn.
okay, so this
Oh,
one is going to take place tomorrow night, January 29th at 2:30, or tomorrow afternoon at 2:30 p.m. And on the main event will take place 2:30 p.m. Sunday on January 31st at University of South Alabama's Hancock Whitney Stadium. So let me
And
finish. So that Keyshawn Owens got to play in that other bowl too. That's crazy because he's on this roster as well. Remember, I just said his name a minute ago for the Warhawks. He is playing for the national team. It's Katron Allen, Penn State, Seth McGowan, Kentucky, Keyshawn Owens, Florida International University, Nick Singleton, Penn State University, and Jamari Taylor of Virginia. Your wide receivers for them are Vinny Anthony II, Romello Brinson of SMU, Josh Cameron of Baylor, Caleb Douglas, Texas Tech, Jordan Hudson, SMU, Colin Lacey of Louisville, Tyron Montgomery of John Carroll. We heard that name in the other bowl game last week, too. Reggie Virgil of Texas Tech, and Harrison Wallace III of Ole Miss. Your tight ends are Nate Burkitcher of Texas A&M, Matthew Hibner of SMU, Justin Jolly, North Carolina State, Tanner Koziel of Houston, and DJ Rogers of TCU. The offensive linemen, there's 11 of them. Cage Casey of Boise State, Demetrius, the Demetrius Crownover of Texas A&M, Jennings Dunker of Iowa, Jalen Farmer of Kentucky, Samuel Heck of Kansas State, Alan Haran of Maryland, Delby Lemieux of Dartmouth, Keelan Rutledge of Georgia Tech, Bo Stevens of Iowa, Carver Willis of Washington, and Trey Zune III of Texas A&M. Your defensive tackles are Zane Durant, Penn State, Bryson Easton of Tennessee, Devin Eastern of Minnesota, Grayson Halton of Oklahoma, Lee Hunter, Texas Tech, and Jeffrey Mba. God, I hate these apostrophe names. Mba of SMU. Defensive ends is Vincent Anthony Jr. of Duke, Danny Dennis Sutton of Penn State, Logan Fanu of Utah, and yes, that is Spencer Fanu's brother. Romello Height, Texas Tech, Max Llewellyn of Iowa, Tyreek Sapp of Florida, Kane Sloan of North Carolina State. And thank God this is an N because I almost said it wrong. It's spelled like Madam. Nadam Tucker with an N of Western Michigan. Your linebackers, Bryce Botcher of Oregon, Caleb Alarms and it's hyphenated with ORR of TCU, Kyle Lewis of Pittsburgh, Jacob Rodriguez, Texas Tech, and Scooby Williams of Texas A&M. I wonder if he's looking for Shaggy or a ghost.
that was a good one. That was a good one.
Your cornerbacks are Charles Demings of Stephen F. Austin, Thaddeus Dixon of North Carolina, T.J. Hall of Iowa, Colton Hood of Tennessee, Chris Johnson, San Diego State, Hezekiah Massis of Florida, Jalen McMurray of Tennessee, Chandler Rivers of Duke. Your safeties are Bud Clark of TCU, VJ Payne of Kansas State, Deshaun Singleton of Nebraska, Zaki Wheatley of Penn State, and Wydett Williams of Ole Miss. The kicker is Drew Stevens of Iowa. The punter is Ryan Eckley of Michigan State, who was one of the best punters in the country because Michigan State punted a lot. But anyways, and long snapper Luke Basso of Oregon. The American team at quarterback, you have Luke Altmaier of Illinois, Talon Green of Arkansas, and Garrett Nussmeier of LSU. Your running backs, and here's your first boy from Indiana, Kalon Black of Indiana, Rashul Faison of South Carolina, Jaden Ott of Oklahoma, Adam Randall of Clemson, and Mike Washington Jr. of Arkansas. The two I want to pay the most attention to, because for us Lions fans, BA, is Adam Randall and Mike Washington, because they're of that similar build. Randall is 6 foot and 228 and fast. Mike Washington is 6'3" and 228 and fast. I want to see how those boys play. And that's just in case the worst case scenario happens with David Montgomery. I don't think it is. I'm just saying preparedness never hurts, right?
I'm kind of but I'm kind of looking at the Senior Bowl.
These are the Senior Bowl guys, is what I'm looking at. The wide receivers: Cyrus Allen of Cincinnati, Aaron Anderson, LSU, Lewis Bond of Boston College, Barian Brown of LSU, Kevin Coleman Jr. of Missouri, Malachi Fields of Notre Dame, Ted Hurst of Georgia State, Jacoby Lane, USC. And do you remember this? The Lane brothers that was at North Dakota State that we talked about? The one got drafted and the one went back, declared back to school. This is the one that declared back to school and transferred to USC. He's a 6'4", 220-pound wide receiver. Keep an eye on him. Devin Boyson, South Alabama. Tight ends: Joshua Cuevas of Alabama, John Michael Geilenborg of Wyoming, Will Kekmerick of Ohio State, Sam Roush of Stanford, and Dan Villari of Syracuse. The offensive linemen: Austin Barber of Florida, Markel Bell, Miami, Jude Bowery, Boston College, James Brockmeyer, Miami, Fernando Carmano, Arkansas, J.C. Davis, Illinois, Max, holy shit, this name sucks, Ahinakar of Arizona, Ahinakor of Arizona, Iheanachor,
Ahinakor.
Of Arizona State. Oh my God! And this guy's in this game again too. Ethan Onayanwa of Ohio State, Jake Slaughter, Logan of Florida, Logan Taylor of Boston College, and Jeremiah Wright of Auburn. Your defensive tackles: Cameron Ball of Arkansas, Caleb Banks, Florida, Nick Barrett, South Carolina, Rashawn Benny, Michigan, Gabe Jacobs, Illinois, Tim Keenan III out of Alabama, and Chris McClellan of Missouri. At defensive end, you have out, and they list him as an outside linebacker, so he must be one of those small edge players. Kayron Crawford of Auburn, Quintavious Hutchins of Boston College. And yes, it's spelled exactly like Quintavious was when Key and Peele did the skit. I shit you not, it is. Defensive end Derek Moore of Michigan, L.T. Overton, Alabama, T.J. Parker of Clemson, and Zion Young of Missouri. The linebackers: Keyshawn Elliott of Arizona State, Owen Heineke of Oklahoma, Jack Kelly of BYU, Nnamdi Obayazor from TCU, and Xavier Sorey of Arkansas. Your cornerbacks is Fred Davis, the second out of Northwestern, Dalen Everett out of Georgia, Davison Igbinison of Ohio of Overrated State University, Malik Muhammad, Texas, Julian Neal, Arkansas. Holy shit. Then the cornerback out of the University of Washington. And this sounds like it comes from a Key and Peele skit, but it doesn't. Ephesians Prysock. Colin Wright.
Drysock? Is that last name? Did you say Drysock?
Prysock. Prysock. Ephesians Prysock. It sounds like they had to take it off of the crowbar because he wore it too long. But anyways, your safeties: Jalen Kilgore out of South Carolina, Kamari Ramsey, USC, Jalen Stroman, Notre Dame, and Michael Taff out of Texas. Your kicker is William Barron of BYU. Your punter is Brett Thorson of Georgia. And the long snapper is from Georgia too, Bo Gardner. And that is everybody in the Senior Bowl. Oh, wait. In breaking news, Michigan State canceled their contract to play MSU Moorhead due to the fact that nobody wants to be a Spartan and get beat when they can be Moorhead and do the beating.
And
Do you
Michael,
think?
he's a character.
Do I think Garrett Newsom? No, I don't think he gets drafted. I think he's trying to play his way into a day 3 pick right now. In the prospect list, I think he was at 360, and I think that's at least 90 picks after they stop. There is a video of Derek Marr kicking button drills during practice. Yes, there is. Dry sock failed attempt by a free.
And I thought that one tight end back in the day had a weird name, Ben Hardsock. I think that was his name, Ben Hardsock.
Ephesians Prysock. Holy shit, that was a. After some of the other tongue twisters I had, I was like, no way, this isn't that bad, but the name. What is wrong with these people naming their kids so stupid?
I thought Ha Ha Clinton Dix was bad enough.
What'd you say? Ha ha, bag of dicks.
No, Ha Ha. Remember? Ha Ha bag of dicks. I thought that was bad enough when I heard that dude's name. I wanted the Stars to draft him just because of his name.
Hey, Donna, you made it. Good to see you, Donna.
What up, Donna?
She's one of the regulars of all the shows that's on the other network that BA is a part of.
Mm-hmm.
But it is great to see you tonight. Oh, hey, I'm not going to die. I'm not going to die because of laughing. If anything, that makes you live longer. And as much as I laugh when I should be crying, I'm probably going to live forever. Unfortunately for you fuckers that have to hear me. It was a nice funeral. I'm going to leave it at that because I don't air family dirty laundry in public. I just don't. BA Productions is blowing up. Please support. Yes, it is. BA is doing great. Every now and then I do. I like David Pike as a person, and I'll leave it at that. He was a good friend. He's actually from Burton, but
yeah, he is.
Yep. I am not going to get into some things that he said because I'm not that guy. But man, that's all I got to say. Yeah, you listen to somebody talk, and you go and you look them up, and you go, "Really? Seriously?" That's that guy, and I'll leave it at that. But thank you for watching, everybody. Enjoy the Pro Bowl if you watch it. I personally am going to try to watch the Senior Bowl because guess what? The Pro Bowl sucks.
Mm-hmm. Pro Bowl shit.
Dodgeball. They still play dodgeball in the Pro Bowl?
No, I'm not causing any trouble.
Yeah, they still do the dodgeball game. I watched that because though dodgeball does have some stuff that translates to football, avoiding a tackle, pitching, throwing shit.
He ain't gonna pledge allegiance to. No, he's a Pittsburgh fan. Pittsburgh's got a nice, rich history. Not leave.
I have to stay loyal, man. You know what? If the Stars didn't exist, I'd probably be a Lions fan.
Hey, I'll tell you what. Steelers have 6 things the Lions do not have.
Yep.
I'll leave it at that. They have just as many.
We'll get them one day.
Oh, did I say that?
Yeah, one day. Hopefully, I'm alive to see that.
Did y'all hear what I said? They have just as many in their case that they earned that the Patriots have.
The Patriots, they should have asterisks by all 6 of theirs.
Hey,
yeah, the prophylactic Ebola joke.
I can't. Come on, man. No, I can't. I'll do that, man. You know.
Hey, you know what? I didn't jump ship in 2008. If I don't jump ship when it's 0-16, nobody should jump ship. Nobody.
Hey, the Patriots. Chiefs fans, they just jump back to the Patriots.
But
I want some cheese curds, something.
as I like to say at the end of every show I do, try every day to be a better person than you were the day before. That's the only way to make the world a better place. It starts right here. I go live every day at noon Eastern, Monday through Friday, anywhere from a half hour to an hour, depending on how much news there is to talk about. Friday, I do it with my co-host for the last time this week, BA. Bastard. But anyway,
Blame my
Ginger,
job.
you're more than happy, welcome if you're available. If you want to hop in next Friday, I like doing that 2-person show, and then you can bring in a My Town segment and talk about Pittsburgh, and then I don't have to take up the whole hour on the Lions.
Well, it depends. Sometimes I'm busy on Fridays.
And then, of course, this show is here every Wednesday at 9:30. My Thursday lineup is the normal show at noon, and Fire Up, usually somewhere between 9:30 and 10 we go live, because they don't schedule shit with the South Florida Tribune. It's like, okay, we're going live. Here's the link.
I get no heads up. Like, okay, here we go.
Oh, no, she goes, I'm sending you the link, and it's there 2 seconds later. And then it's hop in and sit and wait for everybody else to show up, because I always show up. You can ask BA. Whenever I'm a guest somewhere, somebody sends me a link, I'm there the minute they send the link. That's how I am.
It's like BA on the older podcast. Okay, you ready to do this show? What's the topics? Oh, you'll find out when we go live.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that was early.
I can't write down no notes. They don't tell me the topics until we go live.
It was an element of surprise, Harvey. That's what it was.
I try to force feed 2 topics myself to her, because I am her co-host. So I sat there and said, well, hey, let's talk about this and this, because I already researched that. I try to make it a little easier.
Oh my God. Sorry. I did not mean to yawn. It's
Nick
my bedtime.
You can ask BA. I'm probably the only Lions fan that has been live as a podcaster every year he's been doing this, for every hour of the draft, and an hour recap show afterwards every time. So yes, I will be here, and I will try to be Nostradamus again and try to do as good as I have not repeated it yet, but day 2 of the 22 draft, I only got 9 picks wrong, guessing it before the pick was in both rounds combined.
What the hell?
Viagra for caffeine effect. Thursday showing my wife was asleep. Well, you can always wake her up.
Hey, I'll tell you what. It depends on the situation.
Yeah, or you can call Professor Han Solo.
I'm hoping your wife is to that, but whatever.
Hey,
yeah, your wife's stupid. You call Professor Han Solo.
It's better than calling Hans Gruber. He's dead.
Oh, God bless him.
Well, yeah, you'd be dead too if you got thrown off a roof. But anyway.
Yeah, well, then you tried the wrong way. You got to be a little more gentle, Michael. Just because it hurts, because it's that hard. You don't just slam it in there when you're sleeping. You ease it in a little bit first.
No means no.
If you hit the wrong hole, then that's another reason why you get smacked.
Yeah. That's a big reason. But anyways, I just say you ease it in nice and gentle and talk sweet nothings in their ear like they're saying. I need that advice. Thank you.
Oh, don't take our advice. We might not be able to talk to you anymore.
Wow, that's just
you might have to sip food through a straw after you're done taking advice from us.
The best advice I can give you is on the White Snake album, Slide It In, and it's track 5. It's called Slow and Easy.
Shit, but my girl's sleeping. The last thing I'm going to do is wake her up.
He's on a roll tonight. He says, my luck, I hit the right hole and get another one. Do you think Drake is going to be a start? I don't think he'll ever be a starter. I just want to see him be able to take the field in the regular season. That's what I want.
You talking about that quarterback?
Yeah, our cornerback that was we got number 2 in the draft.
Right, and it's Rakenstraw, right?
Ennis Rakenstraw Jr. out of Missouri. The guy was the guy has great height. The problem is his build, and I said that when we drafted him. And somebody said, "Oh, but he's a physical corner." I said, "Yeah, in the NFL, he's going to get busted on the practice field, not even on the regular field. He's 6'2" and weighed. He was lucky if he weighed 190 pounds."
I think his 40 time hurt him. Why he slid in the draft was his 40 time.
Well, yeah, he also went there right after dealing with the flu. It's kind of like the same reason why Amon-Ra St. Brown had a bad 40 time at his pro day. Because remember, we didn't have a combine in 2020. We had all we had were pro days. And if you look, there is no way in hell Amon-Ra is a 4.55 40 guy.
Oh, he's faster than that.
Right.
DNA.
DNA. What do you mean? Come on, bro.
I was surprised because there was about. I was surprised because there was about 3 of those edge draft prospects that I was raving over that draft for day 2 that I wanted, and we didn't get any of them because we drafted Ennis Rakenstraw.
I actually wanted the Stars to draft him.
We saved
aren't you glad you didn't?
That was one dude. I think the other dude went to Indianapolis in the later rounds. He was like a big kid. I forgot his name. He was like 6'4".
Yeah.
He was like 6'4". He was a big tall kid.
He had to pick his rookie year, and then he got hurt.
Yeah, I forgot the kid's name, but that was the corner
I know who you're talking about. He went like in the 5th round, if I remember right.
Yep. Yeah, he went like 5th round.
But thank you everybody for watching. Much love to everybody in the chat. BA, thank you for being here and doing what you do and everything you do with your networks. Go ahead and shout it out, my brother.
Yeah, so it's the brain fart time. McGrath Podcast Network. Got a whole bunch of shows on here. Of course, you always see me here on Wednesday nights. This Friday is going to be my last show with JB during the middle of the day because I have work things to do. So I'm getting called back to work, so I have to work 5 days a week.
Slacker.
I know that makes everybody's heart bleed. You know, like, oh, you gotta go back to work for 5 days. Damn, I do that like 6 days a week. What the hell are you talking about? Anyway,
if I work 5 days, I die. I work 3 days a week right now, and I hate it.
Yeah.
I'm on 4 days.
I got used to my 4 days a week too. I'm not gonna like you coming in Fridays either, but
I know
it is what it is.
I just went back to work last month. I'm 4 days a week now.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I'm back.
Congratulations.
I'm working at a restaurant up the street.
You were out for a while because of what? Injury or illness or something there, Andrew, or what?
Stroke.
Hey. Okay. Injury, illness, all the above. Got it.
Stroke and sick. I was sick too. Stroke, sick, and breathing problems. I was having breathing problems too.
But if you look at the difference, for real quick before we get out here, I just wanted to say this, BA. If you look at Drew Pensing and Mike Kafka's offense, they're polar opposite, and I think it's perfect. We're going to use more like Drew Pensing to call the plays and be like the run game coordinator, and Mike Kafka as the passing game coordinator because he was better with the passing game and quarterback.
I was thinking the same thing.
I think it's a marriage made in heaven, and I think it was a brilliant move to take 2 OCs that are polar opposites and turn them into one super OC.
Mm-hmm.
We just took Dr. Evil and Megamind and melded them together to make Super Uncle Fester.
I see a lot of Lion fans hating on him, and I don't know why. I think it was a solid hire by Detroit.
They hated on him because it wasn't a name they knew. They hated on him because they refused to do research, and we didn't get Mike McDaniel. And anytime Dan Campbell says anything about somebody not being a fit, and they were like, oh, because he was going to stand up to you. No, because he actually said we needed to trade Jared Goff to run his offense.
Who said that? Mike McDaniels.
Mike McDaniel did.
He wanted that. He wanted what? A mobile quarterback. He wanted.
Well, I don't know about that because an interview that they had before with Mike McDaniel when they played him in a practice when they were doing their, what was the year before last? He was giving nothing but praise to Goff. So I don't like that. That's a BS rumor. I think. I don't think that had nothing to do with it.
Talking about it in an interview.
Yeah,
I'm going by something that happened this year.
Yeah, but that was. I mean, regardless, I don't think that was the case. He wouldn't have got rid of Goff. I don't think that's what he even said. But anyway, City Sweden, if not my daughter, I'm not going to answer. Take the best.
If I didn't,
why not?
David,
I'll answer the fuck out of that door.
Not answer it though.
I'll kick my girl out. Like, here you go, bitch, get out of here.
Especially for the Viagra.
Yeah, Sydney Sweetie, let me kick my girl out real quick.
Just be responsible.
Hey, the only way I'm kicking Sydney Sweeney out of bed is to make more room on the floor.
Right.
My girl asked me where can I sleep. I'm like, there's a dog cage over there in the corner.
I'm not that mean. There's a couch. Have a great night, everybody. Thank you for joining me, Vinzer. And we will see you all next time.
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.